Hey, 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 I'll be coming home to you. You're the burning fire that my heart is beating to. You're like red, white, blue. I do it all for you.
So we are back with another edition of Beacon Weekly. I'm Mark Honey, and we're proud to welcome back Justin Owen. It's been a few weeks, so we're glad to have you back here. We kind of match, kind of similar. It's going to look bad on the background. Yeah.
We didn't plan ahead.
No, did not plan ahead. So let's talk about a couple of things that have happened, but one thing that it was a big deal across the state was we just had a primary election for governor, and the winners were Karl Dean on the Democratic side and Bill Lee on the Republican side. So we've interviewed both of them. They both come in. Talk about each of them and kind of what you're looking forward to most, where you feel like they're most on the same page with us. So let's start with Karl Dean as the Democrat.
Yeah, so we've had the chance to sit down and talk with both of them. And interview them live on Facebook so people can see where they stand on some of our issues. From our perspective, we think Dean would be actually really good on criminal justice reform. He's a former public defender. They tend to have embraced reform. And we've talked to him a good bit about that and some opportunities there. And so I think he would prioritize some of those things. He's not quite where we would hope to see our governor on things like school choice. Especially expansive education savings accounts.
Sure.
He does support charter schools, which is a great step, but he has stopped short of supporting private school choice. Does support Medicaid expansion, which we do not.
We certainly do not.
Which we have vehemently opposed. But I do think there are some real good opportunities with things like even occupational licensing, potentially, that's becoming a really bipartisan issue, and certainly criminal justice reform.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about Bill Lee as a Republican. And we've, I think that he said that he supports the Beacon Center, so we have a very good relationship with him as well. So talk about some of the things that you're really looking forward to if he becomes the next governor.
Yeah, we've worked with Bill Lee back to tort reform days. I think 2011 was the first time we worked with him. So have a really good opportunity there he's been very vocal about school choice, statewide school choice opportunities, so I think we'll see that be a priority in his administration. He has talked some about occupational licensing too. We want to see more of that, hopefully, going forward. But he's also said that we're going to lead the nation in criminal justice reform if he's elected. If you look at like Governor Bevin, a Republican in Kentucky, he's done a lot on this issue. I think there's opportunity for us to do even more. And, as I said with Karl Dean, I think either candidate would be very, very strong on that issue. So I know our Coalition for Sensible Justice is really optimistic no matter who wins the governor's race in November on that issue in particular.
So we'll probably have different disagreements with them based on who wins governor, but the one thing is criminal justice. No matter who the victor is, we're probably going to see a lot of progress there in the next 4 years.
I think so.
And in corporate welfare, both of them have a little way to go, right?
Well, we got a long way to go with all politicians on corporate welfare and trying to convince
except Nate Beavers.
Well, that's right. Nate Beavers was all about it. Unfortunately, both candidates or neither have said we're going to end corporate welfare, which we can't really expect them to do. I don't know if any politician in America has actually said that as governor, at least. But I do think we can make some headway on transparency and accountability there. We will have some efforts going into next year, trying to raise awareness about that through some of our research, and then pushing for some reforms in that regard. But we do have a long way to go to convince both the legislature and whoever the next governor is that there are better ways to do economic development than just handing dollars out to individual companies.
Maybe just lower taxes for everybody. That would be a better way. Well, talking about that, though, Beacon was nominated for an award at the State Policy Network. So that's an annual meeting of kind of free market think tanks across the country. We were nominated for Best Issue Campaign for our video rigs. So if you've not seen that, it's a great video, and you can vote for it in this link I'm gonna put on the thing. So we appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Hey, I'll be coming home to you. You're the burning fire that my heart is beating to. You're like red, white, blue. I do it all for you. I fight a war and win it. You make me bulletproof. I'll be a soldier.